you see the idea? Now that's something that hopefully we could work on. So once you set up the riff, or once you set up the repetitious pattern, then we can play from that. So you can see, I don't know if you noticed, that once we got something that looped, something that locked, as it were, then I could play improvised phrases in between, and Dave did the same. Darby can embellish it. But you've got to be careful to not overdo it. I mean, we're kind of in an unusual situation here where there's no vocal line to fit over it. Because if you think about all those other riffs, think just for a second, just think about, I don't know, Whole Lot of Love or something like that. And think about how the vocal sits against the guitar riff. There's a lot of spaces. And what there's a tendency to do when there's no vocal line is to fill all the spaces. So I'm going to try that one more time. And I'm going to try and leave the spaces, and I'm going to imagine what all those guitar licks were that I was playing. I'm going to imagine that's someone else's job. So let's see. And this will probably work better from a rhythm section perspective. Another riff that links in with this, but isn't the same. So did you see what was going on there? And these were all improvised ideas, so these are kind of spontaneous things. But can you see the idea of where the space was the first time, leaving all the space? And you can kind of imagine where a singer might go, okay, right, I can see where I can come in here. Or if it's not a singer, where a soloist perhaps, someone taking a saxophone solo or another guitar player or what have you. Then the second riff, I thought, well, okay, well, it doesn't necessarily always follow that when you play a riff that the guitar and bass has to play unison. That's not the case. They don't always have to follow. Although a huge percentage of the riffs that we played initially did that. That doesn't mean to say that you have to do it. You might want to check out that album by Nirvana called Nevermind. And you might think on the face of it, kind of simple music, they're both going to play unisons. When you actually transcribe what's going on, the bass and guitar very rarely, if ever, plays the same thing. Smells Like Teen Spirit's about it, really. The rest of the time, the lines are often going in opposing directions and rhythmically in different places and stuff like that.